We're in the lobby of CHCH, and November is Men's Health Awareness Month, and I'm in a Urospot chair. We have Erin Craven from Urospot to talk about why I'm here and what this device does.
Yeah, so Urospot is a place where we go and help you improve your pelvic health.
Okay.
And right now what you're experiencing is reconditioning, building muscle, really re-strengthening and getting that fitness back into your pelvic floor muscles, which are a set of muscles that we don't really think about until something goes wrong.
Right.
That's when we tend to think about it.
So what does the chair do?
So right now you're experiencing muscle stimulation. So the chair is stimulating the entire pelvic floor muscle, which is hip bone to hip bone, pubic bone to tailbone, and it's stimulating or contracting that muscle the equivalent of 11,000 times over a half an hour that you would actually do full treatment.
And so how long does someone stay in the chair for?
Yeah, typically during our sessions, we use this as one tool. Okay. So you're with us for 40 minutes, but this is part of what we're doing. And it's about a half an hour. And during that time, it's like going to the gym for your pelvic floor muscles, but you don't have to do a lot. The effort is being done by the technology.
Right.
And the result and the strengthening of the muscle is happening slowly. It's growing new muscle fibers and actually lifting up the pelvic floor if it isn't as fit and toned as it used to be, which can happen as we age.
Yes. So what are the symptoms of that scenario?
Right. So the umbrella term would be called pelvic floor dysfunction. Okay. And so we're focusing on men's health. What men tend to notice when their pelvic floor muscles aren't working properly is bladder leaks, frequency. So all of a sudden you're going to the washroom many, many times. You can't get through like a round of golf without having to pee multiple times.
Yes.
Urgency. So that overpowering urgency, like I have to go right now. And then issues with sexual dysfunction as well. So erectile dysfunction, premature ejaculation, that sort of thing. We can help with that as well.
So how many treatments would the average person need?
So the important thing is that we individualize care, because not everybody is the same, not all the symptoms are the same, but typically we'll see a client for about 3 weeks, and we'll see them 6 times during those appointments.
Okay. So what is happening in the chair? I'm feeling different kind of vibrations and such.
Yeah, so it's using high intensity focused electromagnetic energy. Okay. And that's a long medical way of saying that you're sitting on a giant magnet. And that magnet is sending energy up through the chair, through your clothing. You'll notice you're fully dressed during treatment, right? Which is
very comfortable too.
Very comfortable, very dignified. Nothing's painful, nothing's going inside your body. And that energy has the ability to focus 10 centimeters up just on that pelvic floor and actually grow new muscle fibers.
Wow.
So imagine like you could just grow new biceps or get them bigger and stronger. That's what's happening, but for your pelvic floor muscles. And I always say, like, when I'm 80, I hope I have some biceps still and some nice abs.
Right.
But the muscle I hope is the strongest in my body and most fit is my pelvic floor, because that's the one that's going to keep us independent.
When we think of this issue, we don't really think about women, but men obviously through your clientele really need this.
Yeah, it really is a silent epidemic, but it does impact women and men, and especially we see a lot of men after prostate cancer when they've had a radical prostatectomy and had the prostate removed. They're really left with a lot of incontinence and loss of sexual functioning, and it has such a major impact on their quality of life. So being able to help them restore their quality of life is really rewarding.
It's clear that many people might feel embarrassed by the fact that they're going through this. What's your advice to them?
Oh, I always say, look, you are not alone. Like this, I call it a silent epidemic because people suffer in silence with it. Meanwhile, if you just go and look at an incontinence aisle in Shoppers Drug Mart, you'll see how big an issue this actually is. And so the research on this shows that only 25% of people are seeking help and 75% are struggling in silence.
Wow.
And so that's the number I want to change, because there's lots of ways to seek care. Urospot is one way to seek care, but the message I have is just go explore. And that's why consultation for us will always be complimentary, because we really want to empower people about their health and let them know that they don't need to live like this.
If someone does want more information, where can they go?
They can go to urospot.com, URO like urology, SPOT.com, and consults are complimentary, and our treatment is also partially covered by benefits.
Excellent. And you're in Ancaster and many other places as well.
Yes, all across Canada, but Ancaster and St. Catharines as well, yes.
Thanks for joining us this morning. You're making a difference in so many lives.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us here on Morning Live. More to come after the break.